These are 20 things you didn't know about MrBeast. And for number 20, there's no way you knew that MrBeast turned down the craziest channel offer in YouTube history.
You've been offered $1 billion for your YouTube channel.
With all the companies, yeah. And I'm like, oh, that sounds enticing, but I don't know if I want to work for my YouTube channel.
Damn, I never knew MrBeast was balling like that. I also never knew number 19 either.
His newest video, his teeth change in the video. A normal human smile. We have some unevenness. We have some crooked. A normal tooth situation. This is the next bit in this episode. Look at my boy's chiclets.
Yeah, but things didn't stop there. Because eventually you had people tweeting about it, full-on Reddit threads investigating, and even actual dentists trying to figure out what the hell was going on. And this pissed off Jimmy so bad, he literally banned the word teeth from his comment section. Now that's just weird. But so is this MrBeast beef that ended up costing him millions of dollars. Because at number 18, you probably had no clue that he got sued over just 2 words. D's nuts.
Got him.
See, in 2023, MrBeast released D's Nuts, a brand new Feastables flavor, and he started hyping it up all over social media.
These nuts taste so good. Nut tap. That's good nuts.
But eventually, MrBeast was flexing his nuts a little too hard. Because out of nowhere, a Florida-based company called D's Nuts decided to sue his ass, claiming that Jimmy's bar was confusingly similar to their brand, and that it was eating into their sales. Yeah, and the judge must have agreed, because he ended up losing the lawsuit and was forced to stop selling the bars immediately. Which brings us to number 17. You probably didn't know that MrBeast is starring in Mariah Carey music videos, NFL Super Bowl commercials, and even blockbuster movies like the Ninja Turtles and Kung Fu Panda.
Janusz!
Bro, you got the part. You're in.
Gadoosh.
All right. I know that wasn't much, but with how famous MrBeast is today, we really should have seen this acting career coming. But number 16, nobody could have predicted. MrBeast almost lost $2 million during a home invasion. He was making his first millions, dripping in designer clothes. The guy even dropped $2 million on Bitcoin. But one night, he almost lost everything.
Someone broke in and stole all my clothes. Oh, and he also took my Bitcoin at the time too. So I had like a laptop like this, and like right here was just written my private key. I thought that's why my house got robbed, because I also just recently tweeted about it. There was like $2 million, which was every dollar to my name at that point. And I'm like crying as I'm loading it up, and my heart is pounding. I'm like, please, it's there. It's all there.
Yeah! Damn, he's smiling about it now. But he really went through it, compared to number 15. Because you might not have known that MrBeast has a group of stalkers. See, when you're sitting on almost 500 million subs, it's no surprise the man can't go anywhere without getting recognized. But to make matters worse, there are actual online communities dedicated to tracking his every move.
One time I was in a Target. I just stopped by to buy a toothbrush real quick. I kid you not, when I'm checking out, a kid just runs in the front door and he's like, it's real. There's a Discord that tracks your location. Okay, now if someone wanted to kill me, there's a Discord channel that tracks where I am at all times.
Yeah, people are hunting MrBeast like a damn Pokemon, which is why he spends millions just to stay safe.
We have lots of security. You would be surprised to see the amount of money I spend a year on security. In some months, I spend over $1 million on security.
Got the cap.
That's scary. But number 14 is downright terrifying, because you probably didn't know that MrBeast should be dead.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
See, in 2023, MrBeast got invited on a once-in-a-lifetime trip, a chance to board a submarine and travel 12,000 feet underwater to see the famous Titanic shipwreck. Yeah, thankfully he turned that down, because just a couple weeks later, that very same submarine set off without him when tragedy struck.
Breaking news, the tragic end to that deep-sea dive to the wreckage of the Titanic. Now the world is grieving the loss of all 5 people on board.
Man, I can't believe we could have actually lost MrBeast. Leave number 13 either, because you probably had no idea MrBeast has been battling a disease. When MrBeast turned 15 years old, he started realizing something was seriously wrong.
I went from like 180 pounds down to 139. I remember 139 because that was my lowest, which at 6'2" was like a frail little twig. I mean, I barely could get out of bed. I had no energy to do anything. I didn't even want to go to school.
Yeah. So after finally hitting his breaking point, he went to the doctor.
Got diagnosed with Crohn's. It was pretty rough, and it hurts like crazy because it gets very inflamed, and it feels like someone's stabbing you in the gut with like a knife constantly when it's really, really bad, which is what I had. Life on hard mode, to be honest.
But that's not even the toughest thing MrBeast has been through. Because at number 12, you might not have known that. He became famous for having no life? See, before MrBeast became famous, he had been grinding YouTube for over 15 years. And after uploading for almost a decade, with zero success, one unlikely video flipped his life overnight.
I'm about to count to 100,000. To be honest, no one on YouTube has ever done something that stupid. Just counting for 40 hours. It garnered a ton of attention. 100,000. What am I doing with my life?
Yeah, the dude filmed himself for over 40 hours straight. And over the next couple of days, the video went viral, gaining millions of views and hundreds of thousands of new subscribers. This marked the beginning for MrBeast. So from that point onwards, he kept that momentum rolling with banger after banger. I'm talking about classics like counting to 200,000, reading the dictionary in one sitting.
Wait a minute! Who are you?
Fidget spinning for 24 hours. Bro even said Logan Paul 100,000 times to the tune of 23 million views. Hold up. I'm about to say MrBeast 100,000 times too, so you better subscribe. But before I do, we gotta talk about a MrBeast fact that I guarantee you didn't know. Cause I bet you had no idea who MrBeast's first subscriber was. Yeah, I'm talking about the one and only Chris Tyson.
Nice.
I was there with Jimmy the day he created his YouTube channel, and I was actually his first subscriber.
All right, we're entering the top 10. So you're about to witness a whole new side of MrBeast you've never seen before. See, MrBeast is a gambling man, so when he's not pressing people for donations...
Yo, debt collector here, where's that 100 G's?
Dude, what the hell?
Where's
How am I getting pressed like this?
Where's the 100 grand?
He's getting his fix by psychologically bullying people. Yeah, so to satisfy his itch, he picked up poker and became a villain.
You just love the game?
I just like putting people in uncomfortable positions. Like, even if I have cards, I'll just shove all in. And I just know that, like, there are just certain people who just don't like that.
Yeah.
And so then they fold a bunch and I just slowly take money.
Yeah.
So I usually just target those players and just, like, put a lot of pressure on them.
And yet somehow, number 9 is even more messed up. Because what if I told you MrBeast was once caught lying to the entire world?
In this video, we're curing 1,000 people's blindness.
The internet was convinced they made the right person famous, because Jimmy was out here paying eye surgeries for people who otherwise couldn't afford it. Mission Flight, one of the very companies doing the surgeries, called out MrBeast in front of the entire world, accusing him of not paying a dime.
You might have been one of the 170 million viewers of the MrBeast video where he takes credit for and claims to have paid for 1,000 eye surgeries. We have yet to receive a penny from MrBeast or anyone mentioned in that video. Like, what is going on here?
And if that wasn't damaging enough, MrBeast didn't even acknowledge it. So the internet took over, roasting him online, calling him a fake, with Mission Flight even making skits clowning him.
MrBeast, we want to say thank you again for the 1,000 eye surgeries that you provided around the world.
Yeah, so after 8 months of hate, they set the record straight and finally paid up.
So they wired $124,000 this morning. Thank you to Jimmy and the team for fixing the problem so quickly.
But he had way bigger problems in number 8, because I bet you didn't know MrBeast once did something so reckless, he was criminally charged. Back in 2017, when Jimmy was just starting to go viral and the YouTube checks started rolling in.
What's up, guys? I kind of bought a sports car.
Jimmy had copped his dream car, a $100,000 BMW i8. This was everything he ever wanted. But eventually, his dream would turn into a nightmare. Because on January 21st, 2018, at around 2:30 in the morning, he was cruising through North Carolina when all of a sudden, another car pulls up and starts revving its engine. In that moment, Jimmy knew exactly what he had to do. So he hit the gas and they were off, reaching speeds of 122 miles per hour. That's nearly twice the legal limit. But just when they thought they were in the clear, the cops pulled up. And immediately after, Jimmy was arrested, charged with several traffic offenses, and even slapped with a $100,000 bond. But the dudes in the other car weren't just speeding, because, Turns out they were driving with an open container of alcohol, a loaded 9mm handgun, and ammo stashed in the car. Which brings us to number 7. Because while I bet you knew MrBeast gives back a lot to the community, I bet you had no idea just how much. You see, by now MrBeast hasn't just helped millions of people, he's helped change the world. Because over the years, he's planted over 24 million trees, removed more than 33 million pounds of trash from the ocean. I mean, the dude even donated 10 million meals to people in need. And the crazy thing is, that's only scratching the surface. Yeah, because when I was doing some research for this video, I learned that MrBeast has given away more than $50 million since 2020. That's over $10 million a year. But at number 6, he was changing a man's life. Because you might not have known that MrBeast once made a janitor a millionaire. You see, despite what you may think, Chandler wasn't always part of the Beast crew. In fact, long before he was ever on camera, he was literally mopping the floors for MrBeast.
And Chandler, the other guy, was my janitor. And we had him in a video because someone like backed out or something. So we were like, you're here, just go in. And then he said one line like, "Can I throw my poop?" But people thought that was the funniest thing ever. And so now my janitor is one of our people.
Yeah. So from that point on, not only was Chandler's life as a janitor over, but he went on to win multiple challenges, bag an $800,000 private island, and grew a fan base of over 20 million people. And all this over a poop joke.
Can I throw my poop?
Damn, it's impressive, but not as impressive as number 5. Because while you might have known that MrBeast is a busy man, you definitely didn't know what's really going on behind the scenes. I mean, he's actively ending world hunger, building wells for people in Africa. Hell, he's even building his own MrBeast village. But in 2025, he took things to a whole new level.
I built this massive theme park, and it is open right now.
Man, for a kid from North Carolina, MrBeast should be proud. But what he should be ashamed of is number 4. Because you'd think with all the money he's made, I don't know, he'd live in a mansion with a huge pool, a home cinema, and a driveway bigger than a football field. But, no. He lives in a tiny-ass studio apartment where the coolest thing in it is this.
We got a bathroom with a bidet, heated toilet seat. Okay, very important.
Come on, man. At least act like you're rich. But look, we're entering the top 3. So we're about to go deep into MrBeast's life. Like, I doubt you knew that Jimmy is actually poor. Yeah. See, from the outside, it looks like MrBeast is stupid rich. I mean, he makes hundreds of millions from YouTube, and even more from his other businesses. So on paper, he's a billionaire. But there's just one big problem.
Actual cash, I'm probably the poorest person in this room. Like, if I make $3-4 million a month, I just spend it on videos.
Our boy's so down bad, he has to borrow money from his own mom. You hate to see it. But what you love to see is number 2. The fact that MrBeast broke a record for breaking so many world records. See, in 2024, Jimmy dropped Beast Games, the most expensive game show ever produced, with a budget of over $100 million. But all that money didn't go to waste, because not only was the show a massive hit, putting millions of views and getting picked up for a second season, but it turned Jimmy into a superstar. And as it stands, Beast Games isn't just big, it's historic. Because according to Guinness World Records, the show shattered 44 of them. 44! That means he's got more records than the top 100 YouTubers combined. Man, MrBeast can't stop winning. But what if I told you everything he's ever done was one moment away from never happening? Because he put himself in the hospital just to save his friend's life. Back in 2020, Jimmy had just wrapped up filming a video and was heading home to North Carolina, when out of nowhere, things turned deadly.
So, good night's sleep. We start our drive home. It's a 8-hour drive with me and like 2 of my other friends. And then my friend driving, he just says, "Can we pull over to a gas station? I don't feel too good." And I'm like looking at the road, and I turn and look to my left, and his head's just bobbling down the highway, and he's just like dead. So I instantly am like, this f***er fell asleep. So I grab the wheel, I'm sitting in the passenger seat, I'm just kind of like keeping the car going straight, and he's not waking up. And like his foot though is still on the gas, so we're like slowly going a little faster now. We're going like 80 or 85. Yeah. And I have my hand on the steering wheel, I'm in the passenger seat. I mean, we're moving quick.
Okay.
He's like literally dead. You know, in my head, I'm like, I gotta take his foot off the gas. I gotta slow this car down. So I just like, f*** it. And I just put my head below the wheel. I grabbed his foot and just threw it off the gas, and slowly like like pulled off, and I could hear the strip on the right tire.
You were driving the car based on
the strip, the
on
sound.
hearing.
Yeah, because I couldn't really see. And then I heard it on the left wheels, and I was like, okay, we're off the fucking highway. I looked up to make sure, and I just slammed on the brakes, and we're off. We didn't hit a car. We're just on the side of the highway. And then so I think everything's over. He comes back to life. His heart starts beating again, and he just stomps on the gas.
He floored it.
Yeah, and so I, like, literally, we're on the side of the highway. I instantly bent back over to touch the brake, but I was like, we could go right on the road and just get hit 70 miles an hour. So I just yoinked the wheel to the right, so we just slammed into a concrete wall, and that just stopped the car. Yeah, and then my head's like bleeding, and I have marks everywhere.
Jesus Christ! I don't want to miss this. So what are you doing? Click it!